So for all of the naysayers, because I know there's still some that say, well, I don't want to be involved with this too much mess, as you say, on the internet and Facebook and all of that. It can certainly be used as a tool to advance the kingdom of God. Now, you've been at this for a while. Now we see so many different ministries, different ones. Like myself, I consider myself a novice. I'm just kind of getting in there,
You're doing a good job, too, girl.
Well, thank you. But it must have been hard in the beginning. So let's talk about how that's
good.
evolved.
Well, as I said, I came out of radio, and it was hard in the beginning in the sense of, I really wanted to know the marketing part of it. And if your marketing doesn't sound, put connecting in there if that makes you feel better. Because some ministers. So when I say marketing, just think of connecting.
Connecting, yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And my husband has so blessed me with the Macs and the computers and the. So I just went in there and learned. And I love my example that the Lord really impressed on me was the widow in 2 Kings chapter 4. She came to the prophet. The debtors were coming after her. They're going to get her 2 sons. And that Lord really used to speak to that, because she went to the right person and she said, I need help. And Elisha asked her 2 questions. 1, what can I do for you? 2, he said, what do you have in your house?
In your house.
So the Lord said, Theresa, what do you have in your house? I said, well, I have a computer. And that was the basis. And if you notice, Elisha told her to gather vessels, not just a few, close the door and begin to pour. And as we know, she poured and poured, was able to sell the oil, pay off her debts, and live off the rest. So I took that personally. And so the vessels that I used some of them were non-Christians, but great marketers. Stephen Pierce, I don't know if you know him. He's considered the guru of gurus.
I've heard of Stephen Pierce, yes.
I learned from him. I did a lot of studying. I'd have my quiet time, and I'd get up extra early so I could do a little studying, and I applied what I learned. And if you noticed in 2 Kings chapter 4, Elisha told her to close the door. And I think you have to close the door to your own negative minds and your thoughts. And you have to close the door because people are like, what are you doing, girl? You're crazy. You have to close the door to the negative thoughts.
Yes, absolutely.
And so what I did really is I began just my little webcam. I'd look into the camera and I would just share what God had showed me in my quiet time. And it went from that to a little more marketing, to a little more marketing, to affiliate marketing, and then God just said, boom. I really wanted to have an outlet for Dave and the Word, and then just God zeroed it down and said, my assignment is for you guys to spread the gospel and have the emphasis be on video. Because, I don't know if you know this, but YouTube is the second largest search engine, which is pretty amazing.
And because they're owned by Google.
And video is very well liked by Google, MSN, and Yahoo. So I like to help people be found. I mean, it's not enough just to have a great website. How are you going to get them there? You gotta understand a little bit of the marketing to find the keywords. Sure, it's great. You want your name to be well branded, so you want them to find you under your name. But anyway, I got off on a tangent because I get so excited. But I'd love to see ministers, evangelists, and Dave and I have joined together with an idea called God's Media TV. I say .com, but it's not completely set up. We want to share, so it wouldn't just be Firebrand Ministry. It'd be in conjunction with Evangelist Wendy Mixel. God bless you, sister. Our brothers and sisters that meet on Skype, not to talk to each other, they meet to pray.
Yes, that's
and so we want to open it up. And then to some people that have an anointed word, like our friend Erica D. Jackson. We've got other people that are having an anointed word for today to make it a place where ultimately 24 hours a day we want them to know there's a place to get kingdom training, kingdom preaching, and kingdom instruction so they can take part.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
To learn more about God's Media Army and how you can take part and receive a free video web help guide, simply go to the link below, godsmediatv.com.